Hi, I just wanted to let you know a little bit about my future plans for Romania and how you can be part of that. So firstly, I have been accepted as a candidate by ECMNZ, which is European Christian Mission, a mission organisation that operates here in New Zealand for those people who are thinking of going to do work in parts of Europe. One of the big questions for people is what I'm actually going to be doing when I'm in Timisoara.
One of the first things I will be doing is concentrating on language learning. So that will be for the first 6 months of being there. But after that, there'll be several things that I will be hoping to get involved in.
One of those things is I'm hoping to be working in a juvenile detention centre, which is about 30 kilometres outside of Timisoara. And there's a Christian ministry that goes in several times a week to do ministry with the guys and girls that are in the juvenile detention centre. So that's something I'm really passionate about. Another thing that I will be involved in is a local church, and I'm not sure which local church at this stage.
Another potential involvement is for me to be doing member care work for ECM, and that would involve connecting with other workers in different parts of Romania and also in different parts of Europe.
And so the process now is to start fundraising. So I have 2 amounts that I need to be raising before I can go. The first is initial setup cost, which is around 30,000 New Zealand dollars. And that includes airfares to get to Romania. It includes a budget for buying a car there and also buying furniture for an apartment. Includes 6 months of language learning. While I have quite a bit of Romanian, there's still a lot to learn. The second amount of money I have to raise is a monthly fixed amount, which is, as it stands at the moment, is about 6,000 New Zealand dollars.
Now, that does sound like a lot of money, and it is, and people might be wondering why I need 6,000 New Zealand dollars per month to live. But the cost is not just for my living expenses, my rent, my food, my toiletries, etc., but it is also for future planning. So some of that money goes to KiwiSaver, which is our New Zealand retirement fund.
Some of it goes to a resettlement fund, and then once I am back in New Zealand for good, I receive that resettlement amount in a lump sum. Other things that are incorporated is a percentage that goes to ECM New Zealand for their administrative costs. Included in the 6,000 monthly costs are also things like a counselling session and spiritual direction, which I'm keen to continue having while in Romania, and both of those would be provided via Zoom. Another cost is the biennial conference that ECM runs, which brings ECM workers together every 2 years to meet each other, connect with each other. The costs of the conference itself and the flights to get to the conference. This time the conference will be in Spain in April, and that is actually the reason why I'm really keen to try and get fully funded by March. When I first approached ECM, I had a condition. I asked if I'd be able to come back to New Zealand every year because I have ageing parents and I'm an only child, and I think it's really important that I still have a good connection with my parents. I can come back every year for the period of time that I'm committed to ECM, which at this stage is long term. And so I'll be in Romania for about 10.5 months every year, and then I'll be in New Zealand for 6 weeks. I'll spend time with mum and dad and also connect with friends and churches and people who are supporting me as well. The main question people have is, how do I support you? And I mean, there's different ways of supporting me, but obviously one of the ways is financially. And so if you're interested, it's very easy to give. You just need to go onto the ECM website, to my page, and there are different buttons on that page that you can select depending on where you are in the world. And once you've selected the appropriate currency you want to give, then you just need to say if you're wanting to give a one-off donation or a regular payment, and set that up. And as long as you identify that you're wanting it to be given to me, then it should come to me. So yeah, it's very simple. I also understand that anyone around the world who's got a credit card could give a one-off donation by going to the New Zealand website. If you'd like to follow my journey, you can sign up to my MailChimp newsletters by emailing me your email address and I can add you. Or you can just press follow Anna on the page on ECM website. I'll also be updating people on Facebook, and so you can join the group that I've created, which is Anna to Timisoara, Romania, and you'll receive updates there. I'll also be posting on Instagram. Yeah, if you want to connect with me in any of those ways, let me know.
You can scan the QR code that you see on the screen now to go directly to my ECM worker page. Thanks for listening, partnering with me, and praying for me. You are all amazing. I look forward to connecting with you on this journey again.